Welcome back. Thousands of Spanish women took to the street in Madrid as part of worldwide celebrations of International Women's Day. The protesters were demanding equality at work and urged the conservative government to curb abortion rights, and there is no let-up to the standoff between Kiev and Moscow. In an attempt to neutralize the enemy, the Russian Navy sank two old merchant ships to prevent Ukraine's security forces from entering the Black Sea. We have details of these and other stories in the CFI Roundup.
Blocked the only point of entry into the Black Sea by sinking two old merchant ships to prevent the Ukrainian Navy from circulating. The Russian Navy is standing by in a threatening manner by posting 24 ships with Moscow missile launchers at the entry to the Black Sea. Meanwhile, 54 foreign observers from the OSCE turned away from trying to enter Crimea on Saturday after warning shots were fired as they approached. It's their third attempt to enter Crimea. An international search effort to find a Malaysia Airlines plane that disappeared Saturday from radar screens somewhere between Malaysia's east coast and southern Vietnam continues. Oil slicks were spotted in seas near the plane's last known position. It was carrying 227 passengers from 13 different nationalities and 12 crew members. The airline is notifying the next of kin in a sign it expected the worst. Afghan Vice President Marshal Mohammad Qasim Fahim, formerly one of the country's much feared warlords, died of natural causes Sunday at the age of 56. Fahim served as a close advisor to Commander Massoud during the anti-Soviet fight and civil war against the Taliban. He was accused by the Americans of having played a role in Massoud's assassination. He was expected to step down after presidential elections on April 5th. Thousands of people rallied in several Spanish cities Saturday to mark International Women's Day with noisy demonstrations for equality at work and also against the government's bid to curb abortion rights. The conservative government plans to end a woman's right to abortion on demand up to 14 weeks of pregnancy. The reform has yet to reach the parliament for a vote.
More than 2 years after the fall of Muammar Gaddafi, Libya's security situation is deteriorating woefully. A group which goes by the name Libya Eastern Autonomy Movement has swiftly reacted to threats by the government to bomb a North Korean tanker stationed near the port of Sitra. As we hear in this report by the CFI, the two sides remain adamant in their positions.
Militants are demanded to take charge of oil exports themselves and started to load a North Korea flagged tanker on Saturday in Sidra port. Libya's Prime Minister Ali Zaidan said orders have been given to arrest the crew of the tanker and is threatening to bomb if they don't stop. The tanker will be bombed if it doesn't follow orders when leaving. This will be an environmental disaster. Leaders in the east of Libya are calling for autonomy for Cyrenaica, the region that was the cradle for toppling Muammar Gaddafi. They are ignoring threats from Libya's Prime Minister and continue to load oil onto the boat. We do not accept any threats towards any tank or ship we are dealing with. We are not making threats. We do not want the use of force. However, if we are attacked, we are prepared to defend ourselves. Libya remains highly unstable 3 years after the revolution that toppled Muammar Gaddafi's regime. Libya's oil wealth is fueling the crisis with ambitions for partial or total autonomy in several regions.
We'll be back after the short break. Stay tuned.
Fastest and cheapest 4G fixed wireless internet. With QCell's 4G, you can access the internet at unbeatable speeds on your laptop or desktop computer. You can also use your mobile or tablet to browse the internet via Wi-Fi. QCell's 4G internet can keep you connected either in your home or in your office. For a limited time, get 50% off regular equipment and 100% off corporate equipment, as well as free installation and free QCell credit. For more information, call 333-3253 or 333-3104. QCell 4G Internet. Fast, affordable and reliable. QCell. Sunibus, the Gambia's quality network.
It's now time for the weather report, courtesy of the Central Forecast Office.
The source assures us of a continuous flow, and from there, everything follows. And for those of us who know what the River Gambia stands for, understanding its sustainability in all aspects of life is easily confirmed. The River Gambia provides nutritious delicacies as food, while it provides its wildlife a balanced ecosystem. This river, as a sanctuary, is committed to its inhabitants' needs without season. And as you travel along, all these values are replicated in one company, Elton. Just like the River Gambia, leads in its commitment to values that matter most. Elton, championing the vision for a new generation.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the weather segment. The weather was cool and breezy. Satellite image indicates convective activities over Gulf of Guinea states, Central and Southern Africa, while the rest of the continent remains stable and dry. The weather tonight is expected to be cold, partly cloudy, and occasionally windy over the coastal zone. This condition will continue until tomorrow morning, becoming relatively warm in the afternoon. Winds will be northwesterlies in direction, and the speed will be 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. Minimum temperatures will be 18 degrees Celsius over the greater Banjul areas and North Bank. West Coast will be 17 degrees Celsius. Lower River will be 19 degrees Celsius. Central River as well will be 19 degrees Celsius. Upper River will be 20 degrees Celsius. Maximum temperatures will be 32 degrees Celsius over the greater Banjul and West Coast. North Bank and Lower River will be 34 degrees Celsius. Central River will be 35 degrees Celsius, and Upper River will be 36 degrees Celsius. Low tide will be 0.7 meter at 11:07 a.m. High tides will be 1.2 meter at 5:23 a.m. and 1.4 meter at 6:08 p.m. Waves will be 0 to 1 meter southeasterly swells. For international travelers, Dakar will be sunny with 21 degrees Celsius. Lagos with thunder showers with 31 degrees Celsius. Rabat will be cloudy with 21 degrees Celsius. Over Europe, London will be cloudy with 16 degrees Celsius. Brussels will be sunny with 17 degrees Celsius. Stockholm rainy with 8 degrees Celsius. The sun will rise at 16 minutes past 7 in the morning and will set at 16 minutes past 7 in the evening. That's all we have for you in tonight's weather forecast. Good night.
That was the weather report, courtesy of the Central Forecast Office. And before we take leave of you, a quick reminder of the day's top stories. The National Assembly Select Committee on Lands and Regional Government embarked on a nationwide tour to find out how major projects are being implemented at the grassroots level. The National Agriculture and Water Management have been discussing strategies aimed at improving the lot of youths and women. A counter-revolution in eastern Libya, 2 years after the fall of Gaddafi, a rebel group is threatening to split, but the Prime Minister Ali Zaidan is not budge. And the battle to protect strategic locations are intensifying in Crimea as the Russian Navy encircled the Black Sea to prevent Ukraine's security from moving in. That was all in this edition of the News at 10. Thanks for the pleasure of your company. Do stay with GRTS.